you light. I see Chazz Miller, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the coolest cats you're ever going to meet. This is Chazz Miller. Started one of the great nonprofits focused on art and for children. Public Art Workz. This is my man right here, Chazz.
How's everybody doing? All right, I'd like everybody to repeat after me. Wake up, 313. Wake up, 313. Wake up, 313. Come on, I can't hear you. Wake up. Say, wake up, projector. Today I just want to talk about, again, why we need to stay in Detroit and how we're going to make it happen. One of the things that I've always loved to do is art, and I didn't realize the impact that art had on people until I was probably about in the 3rd grade. That's pretty early, isn't it? And I just had an opportunity to go to a new school. They started busing, and busing was really funny because I thought busing was supposed to send us to a better neighborhood. I went to a worse neighborhood than I was in already. But they had a good art program. The art program was better than I had experienced in my school, and I had an opportunity to meet other artists and realize a sense of competition and wanting to be the best at something. My father always taught me no matter what it is you choose to do, he was behind me, but you want to be the best at it. So residing in Detroit doing art was always a struggle. We used to have the thing, who remembers you gotta have art? All you really need is art, right? That was very inspiring to me because that's what I thought. We all need art. And if you think about it, everything in our environment is designed by what? Artists. Your glasses, the pattern on your floor, those beautiful curtains, that nice cell phone that you love so much is ergonomically designed to fit in your hand so it doesn't slip out in the toilet when you're using it at the most inappropriate time. What are you doing with the phone over the toilet? Just do one thing at a time. So just understanding that, I always wanted to go into teaching because growing up in Detroit, it was, again, if you didn't go to Chazz Tech or Henry Ford, you wasn't getting an art education. And I went to Southwestern High School, graduated in '81, and art class was a place to throw crayons at other people. But I looked at it as a great opportunity because I had all the supplies to myself. So through there, I took art seriously and ended up having a career in art, but still there was a void, and there wasn't any mentors for me or anybody to teach me. So I had a passion to come back to Detroit, bring my talents back to Detroit, and teach young people that they can have a career in art because everything is designed by artists. Now, with that in mind, my travels taking me to Ohio, California, Germany, and through all of that, all roads still lead back to Detroit. I remember one time I was in Mazatlan, Mexico, walking down the street, and I see this guy, and I said, God, he looks like he's from Detroit. And I walked up to him, and sure enough, he was from Detroit, but we just have a certain flavor. And, universally, our music has linked the world together. Universally, our cars have connected people that never would have been connected. Detroit has always been a mecca for talent and innovation. And I just wanted to keep that spirit alive. And so coming back to Detroit, I've been teaching kids. I started an organization called Public Art Workz, which was in 2003 when we actually would apply for grants. There was nothing on the list for any types of art development projects in Detroit. And that's just in 2003. Since then, I've worked with the College for Creative Studies, and I would speak on behalf of art in Detroit and bringing art to the communities, not just to Midtown and downtown, and to the people in the communities, and use it as a vehicle to draw talent out, to give and let people know in the community that their talent was appreciated and there was an outlet for it, and obviously, again, a way to become an entrepreneur and have a career. Public Art Workz, those 3 words, dealing with the public, you're dealing with volunteers, you're dealing with kids. When I first started that nonprofit, I came up with the name, and somebody said, well, public, that means you're going to have to really be subservient to the public. And I said, well, that's the whole idea. The public needs public art. They need inspiration. They need a reason to walk to the bus stop other than just having to get to work. I literally had a family, they would, when she took her daughter to school, she would go out of her way to drive past one of my murals every morning. And I never knew this until a business owner actually took the building over and painted the mural out, and she was ready to start a whole protest. So you just never know how you inspire somebody when you put your art out in public. I was told I couldn't do sculpture because I'm mainly known as a painter, and that's been my love. I was fortunate enough to paint billboards over the years and paint murals. So recently I did several sculptures in Brightmoor. This is one of them. It's a concrete sculpture, it's 12 foot tall. It's like a greeting piece in the Brightmoor. This is at the Artist Village. We do a thing called DP Day with the University of Michigan. They bring over 3,000 volunteers to Detroit to make a difference. And this was the day we were doing working on the Papillon effect, painting butterflies. You know, you say you build it and they will come to field of dreams. I swear, the minute I finished this sculpture, I'm sitting on the side, I'm taking a picture with and this guy pulls up in his truck and he's on his phone. And he's not even paying me any attention. And so when he gets off the phone, he's like, man, that's awesome. I said, well, why did you pull over to use your phone? He said, no, I want you to look at the art. I was just on a phone call. He said, can I take a picture in front of it? And it was just ironic that his truck was like a chameleon paint job and it matched the. But again, building and they will come. You know, he's in the Brightmoor community, probably never even had appreciation for art like this. This is the other obelisk that's at the Brightmoor Community Center. It's concrete. Those actual stones are there, bioluminescent stones. They glow in the dark. This was a mock-up for the mood swing, one of the original mood swings that was based on a tree piece. Working on this with my youth in the summer program. This is the most recent sculpture, mood swing, I built that's also at the same park at Brightmoor Community Center. It's concrete and fiberglass. Thank you very much. This is actually at Peace Park, which is at Roosevelt and Claremont, which was one of the sites of the first riots. We adopted that park, myself, Virgil Taylor, and the Peace Project, working with Youthville and General Motors last summer. We built, which was a tribute to the Bobolo boat. And this piece is actually not fully completed. We ran out of time with the weather, but it's actually, in this place, it's not a swing, it's actually a giant rocking chair. And it's all made out of recycled materials. Brightmoor Community, the commission from the Skillman Foundation, College for Creative Studies, and the community to help me put this together. It was 70 foot long, 45 foot high. It was done in 2008. We reclaimed the vacant lot next to it, which was just a trash dump. And they asked me, why don't you paint the mural? You don't do gardening. I said, but somebody else does. You know, don't go for the okie doke. This is right after Obama won the first election. I thought all the images of the president, we need some black love. So I really appreciated that part of the whole thing. We needed more black love. So I wanted to show Obama and his wife, Michelle, dancing at the inaugural dance. And this actually on an abandoned building on Lasher and Grand River. Some of my youth from the youth camp, the Burwood Wall. I don't know if any of y'all heard of the Burwood Wall. 8 Mile is a wall that was built to keep out blacks and Hispanics and anybody else that was non-white, and it didn't work. So we painted that wall with Fox 2 in about 2005, and the wall is 106 feet long. But as you can see, I had my students model for the actual opening of the wall, which is Sojourner Truth coming out of the Underground Railroad. The Sojourner Truth projects were some of the first projects that were built in that community. This is the glow-in-the-dark photophosphorus stones that are actually in the Brightmoor obelisk that you see. But the only thing, they fixed the street light where I built it. When I first built it, there was no street lights. But this is something I'm really looking forward to the future of Detroit and some of the dark streets. This is a total natural material that's occurring in nature that the stones actually adhere them to fiberglass. And they last about, they'll last all night. The glowing power kind of dies down after about 5 hours. Papillon effect, which was a play on the psychological, mental aspects of Detroiters. There was a series of butterflies that were actually not butterflies. The theme was to stop looking and start seeing. This was a temple that was built at Lasher and Grand River in collaboration with the Burning Man crew and David Best from California. And again, starting in a neighborhood where I got carjacked and there was no sense of art, nothing but drug dealers, crackheads, and prostitutes. We reclaimed that neighborhood, and then again, building and they will come. Somebody wanted to join us, so they came out and brought a whole bunch of folks all the way from California, and over 10 days we built that piece. Again, Detroit love, baby. If you don't love yourself, who's gonna love you? This is again just the Bobble boat tribute, but this showing the mast on the piece was actually my old bedpost, but the top piece is a solar powered, that too. Again, self-expression, teaching kids how to express themselves, giving them an outlet. A lot of violence happens because children don't know how to express themselves, or they have no other way to express themselves other than the caveman method. Mood swings, again, leaving you on an idea of what the future should be and where we're going with it. And this is, again, based on, I just told the young people we wanted to do something based on the lakes. We're surrounded by water, and I think that is it.
Thank you very much.